The year is 2019, a packed year of video games left, right, and center. Innovative games like Death Strandings by Kojima, games like Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, Resident Evil 2, or on the Nintendo side we've had Luigi's Mansion 3, Super Mario Maker 2, on the bigger side Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order regardless of the reception of the game post-launch, Division 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Mortal Kombat 11, and so much more. Amongst them were two games that were highly underrated, went under the radar. One of them was Control. Arguably one of the best games of that year. IGN's Game of the Year, Control, from the developers of Max Payne and Max Payne 2. But then there was one more game. Because of all this good stuff, it went under everybody's radar.
Amicia, I want to see Mommy.
Hugo.
I want her to come back.
I'll carry you. Mommy is dead, Hugo. You'll never see her again. Go away! Hugo, no! Leave me alone.
Don't take too long.
I hate you.
It's for your own good, Hugo.
I'm sorry, I'm sick.
They've come back.
Everything is all right now.
Why does she keep resisting like that? Only our methods differ. We have the same goal. We both fight the plague. Must protect him, Amicia.
A Plague Tale: Innocence. The game that for me was a perfect match. I have always been a fan of narrative adventures. That's how I got into the game, not really, but that's what made me fall in love with video games. Games like The Last of Us, Life is Strange, Uncharted, Batman Arkham Trilogy. These are the games that come to mind when I think about what made me fall in love with the video games, because I used to play video games long before story adventures were a thing. I would play shooters, I would play puzzle games, I would play strategies and sims and RPGs. Loved it, but what made me obsessed over the video games were these story adventures. So when I saw A Plague Tale, it got into my recommendation out of nowhere. Control was my game of the year for 2019 until I saw A Plague Tale: Innocence. When I heard the soundtrack from the trailer, immediately locked in. Locked in for the journey that I was about to take with this game. And I had no idea what kind of journey this game is gonna take me. And lo and behold, it was an experience that I would never forget.
I didn't want to.
Amicia!
Finally!
Though inescapable in their new reality, death is still unfamiliar to the two children, and the piling bodies are sure to have an impact on both their young minds.
Do you think we are hurting them?
The graphics were amazing for a AA game. It looked like a AAA game. The voice acting was magnificent. The environmental storytelling, the storytelling from pacing perspective, all the bits and pieces, all the story beats, everything was hitting. And the more I was onto that journey, the more I realized and asked myself, why is no one talking about it? That game, just like Control, went under everybody's radar. Slowly but surely the game garnered a small but a passionate community. Slowly but surely it picked up in sales. It got on Game Pass. So many people checked it out. The aesthetic and the visuals were the reasons people got hooked. And the gameplay for the first one, although was weak compared to everything else we got that year, because when you look at the Control of the game, gameplay is everything. It's the smooth combat from Control, and when you come from Control to this game, it's not the main point, but you can understand why some people would be a little hesitant to check it out. And then I was locked and loaded. I was looking everything from forums, comments, Discord servers, anything, subreddits that I can get my hands onto to find that niche and passionate community for this franchise.
Goodness gracious. Oh god, Plague Tale is back, captured in engine. This is an engine. Well, I never had any doubts.
These things. Where do they come from?
Oh, Asobo Studios.
From all of us. From what we do to him.
Ugh!
Can you stop it?
I don't know.
Amicia's back.
But he's my brother.
Ugh, Hugo's back too.
And I would die for him.
That is true. Skip them rats. Here we go, here we go. Yo, he's alive too? Well, he never died in the first game anyway. Why did I thought he died? Yo, this looks so good! Holy, we've seen the concept art of that woman. The Inquisition is there. Graphics are so unreal. Let me see. Oh my. Hugo.
Well, thanks to the sales, thanks to the passionate community, it got a sequel. And it was announced a couple years ago. I was overjoyed. I was over the moon. I could not believe that it was actually getting a sequel. Focus Entertainment, the publishers, they greenlit the signal. And here we are in 2022. Another packed year for video games. Horizon Forbidden West, Elden Ring, freaking Stray, God of War Ragnarok, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, Pokemon Legends, we don't talk about that, TMNT Shredder's Revenge, Splatoon 3, Sifu, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Kirby and Forgotten Land, Ghostwire Tokyo, Callisto Protocol, Last of Us Part 1, freaking Cuphead got a DLC, Dying Light 2. These are some of many massive games, anticipated games, that dropped this year. And once again, under all of this, the sequel got sandwiched once again. A Plague Tale Requiem. It is unfortunate that last time in 2019 it got sandwiched because of big titles like Death Stranding, Sekiro, Resident Evil 2, Star Wars. It's even more unfortunate this year because of Elden Ring, God of War, a game that is nominated for literally almost every single category, but couldn't bag a single award this year. It is unfortunate. It is sad, because the sequel, A Plague Tale Requiem, is 10 times better. The voice acting on a next level. If Christopher Judge wasn't in that nomination, Amicia's voice actor was taking that award all day, every day. Visuals, you would look at this game and you would say, oh my god, who made this game? I need to look at this. I need to play this. You get immersed in the world this quick just because of the visuals and aesthetics. Combat improved 10 times from the first game, although from a combat perspective, again, you can still understand why some people, would be iffy about the combat and the game when you have the likes of course, again, Elden Ring, Sifu. But one element for me personally that holds this experience, that holds this journey, that draws me in is the soundtrack. Soundtrack is easily up there. It is the audio design, the voice acting, the soundtrack, the ambiance. It what draws the player in. It what makes you want to explore the empty ruins. It makes you want to explore and look for more supplies, even though in any other game you would be like, come on, get to the next checkpoint. It is a game that once you give it a chance, once you give the world of it and the characters a chance, once you open yourself up to them, to the characters, they would connect with you and you would connect with them instantly. Immediately. I tweeted on my Twitter at @SmackNPie that some of its chase scenes, some of its scenes are comparable to the likes of Naughty Dog, their Last of Us / Uncharted-esque scenes. Some of their scenes and animations are no less than God of War's, if you just give it a chance. A Plague Tale Requiem, story about a family. You can look at it from any direction, but at the heart of it, at the core of it, it's all about family. Not Fast and Furious. It's about ups and downs of a family. It's about how much you'll endure and how much weight you'll carry to protect your family, to protect the loved ones. How far you'll go to ensure the safety and security of your family, for your family. And it's also based on some of the historical pieces, and it takes you back in time in France, war. It's a perfect game for any story adventure person, gamer. It's on Game Pass when it launched, and you would do yourself a disservice if you haven't experienced it. Those who have experienced it know exactly what I'm talking about. A Plague Tale Requiem under all the sandwich of Elden Ring, God of War, Callisto Protocol, Xenoblade. This is my Game of the Year, and I know that I can say this with confidence, that I'm not the only one who feels that way. Asobo Studios, Focus Entertainment, thank you for creating this experience, and I cannot wait for the third game. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your Game of the Year down in the comments below. Have a good one, I'll see you in the next year, and the next one.
If you kill, be ready to be killed.
No, no!